Mount Everest, the world's highest peak, has long been a symbol of both triumph and danger for climbers. However, recent discoveries have sent shivers down the spines of scientists. Today, we bring you 10 spine-chilling video clips showcasing the unknown mysteries that continue to baffle researchers. Let's begin. Number 10. Creepy UFO footage. First of all, we have this incredible footage captured in the Himalayas. With a mind-blowing resolution of 2 billion pixels, a mysterious disc-shaped figure hovers in the sky. People are calling it an extraterrestrial spacecraft because it's unlike anything we've seen before. Director David Brashears put together this breathtaking photo using 477 super high-resolution pictures, giving us detailed views of the world's highest mountain and the climbers at the base camp preparing for their ascent. But there's more to this image than meets the eye. UFO observation agencies analyzed the photographs and discovered something astonishing: secret underground bases in a nearly inaccessible area called Zone 51, right on the border between India and China. Last year's declassified files revealed 7 UFO sightings in this region since 1968. It's a shocking revelation for anyone fascinated by aliens and UFOs. Could this mean there's more to the Himalayas than we ever imagined? Number 9. Supernatural phenomenon. But Mount Everest's intrigue doesn't stop there. It has a long history of supernatural phenomena. Climbers have reported sightings of ghosts and unexplained incidents. One such case involved Pemba Dorje. Pemba Dorje gained worldwide recognition for 2 significant achievements. Firstly, on May 21, 2004, he accomplished a record-breaking ascent speed to the summit, completing it in an impressive 8 hours and 10 minutes. This feat was a testament to his exceptional mountaineering skills and physical endurance. However, it was during his descent from the summit on May 24th, 3 days after his record-breaking achievement, that he encountered something truly unsettling. As he descended the southern slope of Everest, he stumbled upon a group of deceased climbers whose bodies were frozen in the snow. In this chilling encounter, Pemba Dorje reported seeing what appeared to be shadowy figures resembling spirits approaching him. These ghostly figures extended their hands towards him, seemingly pleading for something to eat. The experience was both eerie and spine-chilling, leaving him shaken. The Himalayas, including Mount Everest, have a tragic history of climbers who lost their lives attempting to conquer its formidable heights. Many bodies of deceased climbers remain stranded on the mountain, and some believe that their restless souls seek peace and will not leave until their bodies are properly laid to rest. It is essential to consider that oxygen deprivation and abnormal pressure at such extreme altitudes can induce hallucinations. However, the presence of numerous bodies, along with eerie encounters like Pemba Dorje's, adds to the allure of the mountain's supernatural reputation. Number 8. Rainbow Valley. Among the most haunting aspects of Everest is the Rainbow Valley. This somber place, located on the northern slope of the mountain near the peak, serves as a graveyard for climbers who never reached the summit. The bodies of those who dared to conquer Everest remain preserved in the snow, leaving behind vibrant jackets as a haunting testament to their journey. As more climbers attempt the perilous ascent, more bodies accumulate along the path, making this valley a chilling reminder of the mountain's unforgiving nature. Number 7. Ancient fossils. Beyond the human stories, Mount Everest has geological secrets locked within its ancient heart. Fossilized remains of ancient fauna have been discovered, indicating that Everest has stood tall for over 200 million years. The collision of tectonic plates pushed and crushed parts of land, forming the Himalayas and an ancient shallow sea teeming with marine life. Limestone formed from the fossilized remains of plants and animals in this region, painting a picture of the mountain's prehistoric past. However, the once vibrant region is now facing dramatic changes. Glacial melting has doubled since the beginning of the century, with over a quarter of the total ice reserves disappearing in the last 4 decades. As a result, vegetation is spreading in remote regions like the Himalayas, raising concerns about the mountain's ecosystem and its potential impact on the planet. Number 6. Maurice Wilson's ambitious mission. Maurice Wilson, a unique and eccentric Englishman, had a grand vision in 1933 to become the first person to fly a plane to the slopes of Mount Everest and then ascend to the summit alone. This audacious plan, however, required an extraordinary level of determination and skill. Wilson began his preparations by hiking in Britain to build his physical strength, and he also learned how to fly a British Gypsy Moth biplane. After gaining some flying experience, Wilson set his sights on India and spent the winter in Darjeeling, a town nestled in the foothills of the Himalayas. During this time, he engaged in self-imposed fasting and prayer to mentally prepare for his momentous climb. His motivation for this bold mission was rooted in faith. He believed that reaching the summit of Everest would not only prove his devotion to God, but also bring about solutions to global issues. Despite possessing little mountaineering expertise, Wilson embarked on his perilous journey in May 1934. He managed to fly his small Gypsy Moth aircraft to an altitude of around 23,000 feet above sea level, where he intended to leave it before starting his ascent to the summit. Unfortunately, this was as far as he got, as his body was later discovered by a British expedition. The circumstances surrounding Wilson's death remain mysterious. His last diary entry, dated May 30th, suggested he might have reached a high point on the mountain. However, it's clear he did not survive the descent. To add further intrigue to his story, Wilson's body was found dressed in women's underwear, leading to speculation about his personal life and hidden secrets. It was later revealed that Wilson was a transvestite and had worked at a women's clothing store before his Everest obsession. Number 5. George Mallory and Sandy Irvine. George Mallory, a seasoned mountaineer, became obsessed with the challenge of Everest. In 1924, he, along with his climbing companion Sandy Irvine, made their second attempt to reach the summit. Their ambition was unmatched, and they were determined to be the first to conquer the world's highest peak. On June 8, 1924, Mallory and Irvine were spotted through a telescope moving towards the summit from an altitude of approximately 26,800 feet. This was the last confirmed sighting of the duo before they vanished into the swirling clouds and turbulent weather conditions. The mystery of whether Mallory and Irvine reached the summit has persisted for decades. The pair never returned to their camp, and their fate remained unknown until Mallory's body was found in 1999. Mallory's camera, which could have provided valuable evidence of their summit attempt, was not recovered, leaving their achievement shrouded in uncertainty. One key piece of evidence was Mallory's statement to his wife, Ruth, about placing her photograph on the summit if he succeeded. When his body was discovered, the photo was not with him. This fueled speculation that Mallory and Irvine may have reached the summit before tragically losing their lives during the descent. The question of who was the first to conquer Everest remains one of mountaineering's most enduring mysteries. Number 4. Uli Steck's tragic accident. Uli Steck, known as the Swiss Machine, was a celebrated and accomplished climber, revered for his technical skill and incredible speed on the mountains. He was no stranger to Everest, having conquered other challenging peaks like Tenkampochi and Annapurna. In 2017, Steck embarked on a daring and historic attempt to climb Everest from both sides in a single raid. However, during a climb on the western section of the tourist route, tragedy struck. Steck fell, and despite being a climber of his caliber, the mishap proved fatal. The mountaineering community mourned the loss of this exceptional talent, and his death marked one of the saddest accidents on Everest. Steck's death raised questions about the unpredictability of the mountain and served as a reminder that even the most experienced climbers are not immune to its dangers. It also prompted a reflection on the risks climbers face when pushing the boundaries of what is humanly possible in the quest to conquer Everest. Number 3. Sherpa conflict. Sherpas are an ethnic group living in eastern Nepal, renowned for their expertise in guiding and supporting climbers on Everest expeditions. However, there have been instances of tension between foreign climbers and Sherpas. British mountaineer John Griffith and his team faced a dangerous encounter with an angry mob of Sherpas during their Everest ascent. The incident occurred when approximately 100 Sherpas blocked the climber's path, and the situation escalated with the Sherpas behaving aggressively and gathering stones to throw at the climbers. The conflict arose due to a dispute between the climbers and the Sherpas. While negotiations failed, the climbers were ultimately saved by the bravery of a few climbers from Camp 2. Griffith and his companions had to leave the mountain urgently to avoid further danger, highlighting the complexities and challenges of climbing Everest and the importance of respectful cooperation between climbers and Sherpas. Number 2. Jim Davidson's Everest triumph. Jim Davidson, a mountaineer and geologist, was at Everest's Camp 1 during the catastrophic earthquake that struck in 2015. The 7.8 magnitude earthquake caused widespread devastation and loss of life, including fatalities on the mountain and throughout Nepal and neighboring countries. Despite the devastation, Davidson returned to Everest a year after the earthquake, determined to conquer the summit. He trained rigorously for his goal, dedicating hours each day to building his physical and mental endurance. Davidson's resilience and determination paid off when he successfully reached the summit. His achievement exemplified the indomitable spirit of mountaineers and their unwavering dedication to conquering the world's highest peak, even in the face of tragedy and adversity. Number 1. Deadly avalanches. Everest's notorious avalanches are among the most significant dangers climbers face on the mountain. The combination of treacherous terrain, extreme weather conditions, and unstable ice and snow makes avalanches a constant threat. When avalanches occur, they unleash a devastating force, capable of obliterating anything in their path. Falling ice and snow form massive walls of destruction, posing a serious risk to climbers attempting to ascend or descend the mountain. Tragically, climbers have lost their lives in the face of unexpected avalanches. These unpredictable events serve as stark reminders of the mountain's unyielding and ruthless nature, demanding respect and careful preparation from those seeking to challenge its heights. Everest will always hold a powerful allure for climbers, drawing them with its unparalleled beauty and unmatched challenge. However, it is essential to approach the mountain with the utmost respect, preparation, and caution, recognizing that conquering Everest is a feat that demands not only physical skill, but also an understanding of the mountain's unpredictable and deadly nature. Alrighty folks, that's a wrap for this video. We hope you found it informative and enjoyable. So, what are your thoughts about these terrifying discoveries in Mount Everest? Share in the comments below. Moreover, if you appreciate our content and wish to stay updated on our latest releases, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell. Your support means the world to us. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.